Have you ever wondered how we map the entire globe from space? And I'm not just talking about the shape of continents. I mean, how do we know if a forest is healthy, or see exactly how far a flood reached, or even find specific minerals in the ground? Well, it turns out everything on Earth has this kind of hidden signature, a unique fingerprint that's written in light. So today, let's dive in and uncover how satellites read our planet's deepest secrets. So let's just start with a bit of a mystery. You've got a satellite, right? It's hundreds of miles up in space. How in the world can it tell that a field of corn is getting sick days, maybe even weeks, before the farmer who's standing right there sees a single yellow leaf? It sounds like magic, doesn't it? But it is pure, unadulterated science. The answer to that puzzle, the whole key to this, is something called a spectral signature. Basically, every single material, whether it's water or rock or a plant leaf, reflects a totally unique combination of different colors or wavelengths of light. Some of these are the colors we can see, but a lot of them are completely invisible to the human eye. Honestly, the best way to think about this is like a fingerprint. You've got one, I've got one, they're unique to us. In the exact same way, a single blade of grass has a different light fingerprint than a patch of dry soil or a puddle of water. A satellite, then, is basically just a massive fingerprint scanner for the entire planet. So what actually creates these unique fingerprints? Well, it all comes down to the basic chemistry and the physical structure of a material. You know, things like the chlorophyll molecules in a plant, the way the cells are stacked up inside a leaf, and of course, how much water it's holding. All these factors determine exactly which colors of light it soaks up and which ones it bounces back up to the satellite.
All right, let's crack open our first case file to solve our little mystery, the secret life of plants. This reveals one of the most dramatic and, frankly, most useful fingerprints that we can read from space.
Okay, so check this out. Here is the incredible difference in how a healthy plant treats two types of light. It soaks up most of the red light, only reflecting about 6% of it, because that's what it uses for photosynthesis. But then you look at near-infrared light, which is totally invisible to us, and it's like a mirror. A plant reflects a massive 50% of it. This huge jump is the plant's telltale sign. This incredibly sharp jump actually has a name. It's called the red edge, and it is one of the most important clues in all of remote sensing. You can think of it as the pulse of a plant. A really strong, sharp red edge means that plant is healthy, it's happy, and it's photosynthesizing like crazy. And here is the crucial part. This is where it all clicks. When a plant starts getting stressed, maybe from a drought or a disease, its fingerprint changes. It starts reflecting a little more red light and a lot less of that invisible near-infrared light. That red edge gets weaker. Essentially, the plant's pulse is fading. And this is exactly how we solve our mystery. That subtle change in the red edge, that little shift in its light fingerprint, is completely invisible to our eyes. But to a satellite's sensors, it is a flashing red light, a clear signal that something is wrong, long before the plant physically shows any signs of distress to the farmer on the ground. Okay, on to our next case file. We're going to go from the amazing complexity of a living plant to the simple, stark signature of water. It's a much simpler fingerprint, but it is every bit as powerful. You see, the key to seeing water from space comes down to one simple fact. While water reflects some blue and green light, which, is why it looks blue-green to us, it is an absolute sponge for near-infrared light. It just soaks it all up. And I'm not kidding when I say it soaks it all up. Get ready for this number. Over 99% of near-infrared light gets absorbed by even a thin layer of water. That is just astonishing. So when a satellite looks at the Earth in this invisible light, every river, every lake, every ocean, they just disappear. They look profoundly black. It's one of the clearest, most unmistakable fingerprints on the entire planet. So while near-infrared tells us where the water is, that little bit of visible light it reflects back can tell us about its quality. We can see hints of the bottom in shallow water, we can see if there's a lot of sediment making it murky, and we can even detect the chlorophyll signature from a massive algal bloom. All right, for our final case file, let's look at the most complex environments out there, the soil right beneath our feet and the cities we build. In this case, the fingerprints are way more varied and subtle. So unlike that really clear signal from plants or water, a soil's fingerprint is much more complicated. For example, wet soil is darker than dry soil. Soil that's rich in organic matter is darker. Iron content gives it a reddish color. It's a really complex signature, but it's also packed with information if you know how to read it. And you know what's even trickier? Cities. The big problem here is something called spectral confusion. What that means is, from hundreds of miles up, the light fingerprint of concrete can look a whole lot like the fingerprint of bare soil. Trying to tell the difference requires combining these fingerprints with other clues, like texture and shape. So after going through these case files, what does this new way of seeing the world actually mean for us? Why does reading these hidden fingerprints matter so much? It really all boils down to three main things. First, we can identify what's on the ground on a massive global scale. Second, just like we saw with the plants, we can monitor the health and the vitality of our planet's ecosystems. And third, we can map change over time, watching the impact of things like natural disasters or human activity with just incredible precision. Ultimately, understanding spectral signatures isn't just one cool trick that satellites have. It is the absolute foundation of how we see and make sense of our world from above. Without these unique fingerprints, a satellite image would just be a pretty picture, not this incredible source of deep scientific understanding. And all of this leaves us with a final and pretty powerful question. We can now take our planet's pulse in near real time. The challenge is no longer just about gathering the data. It's about what we as people choose to do with that extraordinary knowledge.